is MK, welcome back to another video. Today we are playing Bladesong. Now, I played the demo for this game, not on my channel, but I played the demo for it nonetheless. Well, actually, so you guys can hear the music. But yeah, I played the demo for this, and it was fun. We could continue that, and I've done a little bit of work. I did try and make a video, but then I paused it because I got stuck somewhere. And whatever. We're gonna be starting a new game. Now, without further ado, let's get into this. In cloying darkness, you writhe, cling to life by the tips of your fingers. Something takes shape in the emptiness, contours of flesh tracing along familiar lines. A withered old woman's face floating before your own. When she speaks, she has a rasping voice of a raven. Who are you? A swordsmith? A survivor? A saint? I am a dying man. You'll be addressed as male, you'll be addressed as female, or you will largely be addressed in a gender-neutral way. At times, generic masculine might be used. Okay. I am a man. Dying. Oh, it's her talking. Dying. Wrong. It is not yet your time. The sundering claimed and told lives, yet you endured when so many around you perished. What did you do to survive? Uh, Mercenary. I joined a band of sellswords, forging the blades used in our own butchery when the last of them died in battle. It's time for me to start over. This background grants 3 toughness and may open unique dialogue choices. Leader. We built a settlement at Osterhall. I was their smith and their spokesman for many years. We held out. One by one, I buried them all. This background grants +3 diplomacy and may open unique dialogue choices. Wanderer. I like that one already. I plied my trade from the settlement to settlement, gathering hard-won knowledge about the world that is falling apart. This background grants +3 knowledge and may open unique dialogue choices. Slave. I was too useful to kill. I was traded back and forth as a prize between warlords who kept me chained to a forge. When I saw my chance, I escaped. This background grants +3 finesse and may open unique dialogue choices. I'm going with Wanderer because I like that. You know, they say knowledge is power. A cold hand touches your brow. Water cools your burning throat. You kept something through all your hardships, a keepsake from a better time. What is it? An artisan's toolkit. For a creative playstyle grants a bundle of leathers and pigments for more creative freedom early on. A family heirloom. For story-focused playstyle grants unique family heirloom passed down through prior generations of your lineage. A bottle of a rare old world spirit. For an optimization-focused playstyle grants a bottle of precious liquor to boost your progress. Now I want to go with this. Yeah, for story-focused playstyle. We'll go with this. The fire is... Yeah, okay, this is not her talking. The fire is burning itself out, leaving you a damp shadow of your old self. You claw blindly in the darkness until more water is tipped down your throat. What do you believe in, now that the voices have abandoned this world? Oh man. Ambition. Humanity can rise above the voices if we all learn their secrets. Continuity. I believe in small things. Bread rising, seasons turning, children growing. Freedom. We're better off without the voices. Humans can adapt to anything. Compassion. Every small kindness is an act of defiance in a world without pity or nothing. Nothing matters anymore. There's peace in accepting that. I need a drink for this. I'm a little bit sick if you can't tell. But my voice sounds like I could be singing for a what would be a good reference? Would be a good reference. I don't know. I could be the opening for Morgan Freeman, or I sound like a dying toad, but either way, I need a drink. Alright. I'm going with compassion. Every small kindness is an act of defiance in a world without pity. You have it backwards. Love is what dooms your kind. In the end, the world will tear out that soft heart of yours and devour it. I'll leave you with one final question, and I don't expect an answer. What will fill the silence the voices left behind? As the old woman's face retreats into inky blackness, sparks flicker into life behind her. One by one, a field of stars burning with a sickly pale light. Like seeds taking root, they twist and expand, their tendrils branching and burrowing through the darkness until they've strangled it with light. Now, Wakesmith, you still have a part to play in humanity's final act. A new day has dawned. Your eyes flutter as you regain consciousness. You're faintly surprised you're still alive. I can't speak. You're faintly surprised to find yourself still alive. Either dead did not come for you, or when it did, it found you unyielding. Awaken. What was that? What was that meme again? Damn it. What was it? Whatever. You sit up, gasping, sweat-drenched. The fever is broken. Get your bearings. You're in a tent. There's no sign of your caretaker apart from a half-empty water pail and a damp cloth on your brow. Peek out of the tent flap, squinting against the sunlight. Outside, as far as the eye can see, stretches a chaotic sprawl of tents and shelters, churned in mud and shallow graves. Most of your rations are gone. Your horse was already dying when the fever took you. Its body is nowhere to be seen. Now it's likely soup. You're on your own. Remember. Do you remember? That's a good song. A lifetime on the road, selling your wares, sleeping under trees, learning the secrets of the world. Every year it got harder. Landmarks vanished, bridges collapsed, outposts fell to ruin. At last, you are forced to seek a sanctuary. The long journey to Keep. Through dust and despair, your last memories are of sliding from your dying horse, your legs numb, or your numb legs trekking forward. I can't speak. Someone get me a dictionary, because I can't damn speak. Your numb legs trekking furrows in the mud as someone dragged you to a shelter. But who? Outside the tent is a crew-filled forge, complete with an anvil. Did you crawl here in a daze, or did your mysterious caretaker bring you here? Either way, the anvil gives you a feeling of hope. Assess the field forge's condition. It seems to have been abandoned for some time, lacking anyone with the skill to work it, but it won't require much effort to get running again, should you need to make a living out here. Hopefully it won't come to that. First, you should head to the gates and try to secure entry to Aaron's Keep. That's why you came here after all. This short tutorial will teach you all you need to know. Please follow it closely. Welcome to the camp, swordsmith. People will come to you with commissions. Choose which commissions to take on. Commissions refresh daily. Select the highlighted button to choose your first commission. Oh, God. When you accept a commission, you prepare a billet for your sword. Preparing a billet costs action points. Action points replenish daily. Preparing this billet also costs steel. Your first customer is a gaunt man in a tattered cloak. He approaches you, noticing the anvil outside your tent. Oh, you a blacksmith? Can you make me a sword? I've got the coin for it. But just make sure it's good and long. I don't like my enemies to be in hugging distance, if you get my meaning. Yeah, I got you. Two-handed. Forge. I did the tutorial for this already, but we're just going to go, just with you, between us, guys. Rotate the camera, hold the right mouse button, and move the mouse. To move the camera along the blade, hold the middle mouse, or Alt right mouse button, and move the mouse. To zoom in or out, use the mouse wheel, or hold Control plus right mouse button to move the mouse. Yeah, I just like doing this. Use the tutorial flag in the top bar to revisit any information you've already seen. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Customers have different requirements which your sword must fulfill. The top left panel shows your progress towards commission requirements. Hover the cursor over the blade length to see. Hover your cursor over the blade length. Hover your cursor over the blade length requirement to see helpful details. Yeah, I got it. The overall blade measure base to point. Yep. Okay. You can apply light or heavy hammer hits to alter your blade. Let's start with light hits. Click to lengthen it. In order to make larger hits on your blade, you can build up strength with heavy hits. Click when the hammer is at its highest point for a heavy hit. The longer you chain heavy hits for, the more your blade changes with each hit. Now that the blade length requirement is met, let's flatten the blade. Click the plus button to add change thickness ability. Feel free to use light or heavy hits as you please. Hold shift for even lighter hammer hits. Let's make the blade wider using the change width ability. Hammer a point on the sword. Usually customers won't accept swords without point. The cross-section ability makes your blade sharp. Let's add it. This ability has 2 steps. First, you need to give the blade a sharp edge. Watch the cross-section display at the top right to get a better understanding of what's changing. Hammer until the blue lines turn to orange. What were the blue lines? Oh, these. I thought it meant up here. The edge is now sharp, and you can further adjust the shape of the cross-section. Keep hammering until the hexagon shape becomes a diamond shape. Great, your blade is complete. Click the hilt mode to start working on the hilt. In hilt mode, you have access to a library of sword parts to complete your sword. Select a guard from the library, then attach it to a slot on your sword. In hilt mode, attaching parts cost... Yeah, God. Got something in my eye. Ow. What the hell was that? I think it was a bit of an eyelash that just struck me right in my iris. Ah, God. Okay, I think it's out. In hilt mode, attaching parts costs resources. Keep an eye on the resource panel to see how much you're spending. Add a grip part next. You want a two-handed, didn't you? Your customer requires a two-handed sword, so your grip section needs to be long enough. Attach a second grip part to the first. When holding a sword, you can cycle through them between E or C or Control and scroll wheel. Wait, what? Holding a sword? Wait, what? Oh, that. I just make it down here. Whatever. Select a pump. We'll try this now. Whatever. Watch every part of your sword influences its physics. Oh wait, every part of your sword influences its physics. Watch the weight and balance meter shift as you attach a pommel. You can detach a sword part, and you can detach sword parts again by clicking on them. You will get your resources back, so feel free to experiment. When you are happy with your two-handed hilt, let's make some final adjustments to the blade. The ability history shows all abilities that have been used on the blade. You can use this to revisit abilities and edit or delete them. The numbers next to the applied ability shows its intensity. Editing abilities has no cost, feel free to experiment. Change the width that you added earlier. Press X to flip the direction of the hammer, then hammer to the narrow edge. Perfect. This commission is fulfilled, so it is time to sell the sword. Click the button above. Can I name it? Good. The Blade of Owen. The man takes the sword and jabs it at his shadow experimentally. A slow grin crosses his face. This should do the trick. Thank you, Smith. Here's your payment. I'll select the offer now. Congratulations on finishing your first sword. Another customer awaits. Landon. Oh man. Customers with repair job provide you with a sword that they want edited. These commissions don't have an initial billet cost, so they're perfect for making some coin when you're low on resources. Word is... Oh, this is... Wait, what? No, never mind. Word is already spreading around the camp about the new smith. Your next customer is a wary-looking man with a bald pate and his hollow eyes darting back and forth.
I heard you came down with the wasting fever. Lucky to be alive, you are. Anyway, can you modify the sword for me? I scavenged it from the ruins, but it hasn't got enough of a point to it. I want something I can stab into a thief's belly if I need to.
He hands you a sword with a sharp edge but a rounded tip. As you hold it up to the light, he leans forward conspiratically.
I've only had this blade 3 days, and I felt people's jealous eyes upon it. If they come for it in the night, I want to be able to give them a short, sharp stab.
I can do that. Landon. Oh, I can see why people want it. That's good. Oh, I like that. This customer wants his sword altered. The rounded point that I can see. It's not that bad. Has definitely got a bit of a point, but yeah, fair enough. The rounded point needs to be turned into a narrow point. Revisit the point ability to reforge it. You can change the range of many abilities. The range influenced by your abilities is marked with a line. Drag the circular handle at the end of the line. Hammer to apply the change. Nice work. When you've fulfilled all requirements, the commission is complete and you can sell the sword. The man takes the sword and tests the point, smiling at the bead of blood that wells in his fingertips. Then he stows it away, glancing around the camp as he does so.
Folks round here will take everything from you if you ain't vigilant. Keep a keen eye out, Smith.
He scurries away, his back hunched as he throws against his non-existent downpour. You have just received scrap item. Go to your inventory to inspect what you've received. Salvage. God, I can't speak. Salvaging. Salvaging. Salvaging turns scrap items into useful resources. This costs a small amount of action points, so it's a perfect use for a leftover point at the end of a day. Hover over the item to see descriptions and direct the item to salvage it. When your action points are spent, it's time to end the day. You end the day with any extra points left? I'm a bit tired. If you end the day with any action points left, they will be lost, so try to use them up whatever you can. Passage into Aaron's Keep is barred by a colossal gate taller than a ship's mast. It was built to withstand enemy armies, but since the Masked King's ascension, it mainly keeps out the desperate masses seeking his protection. Examine the magical barrier. With my knowledge, as I said, knowledge is power. It's only visible in half-light dawn. or when it pours with rain, a faint shimmer that rises from the walls and captures Aaron's keep in a vast stone. Knowledge, success. For a city to have survived this long past the Sundering, it must have an extraordinary defense. You've heard that some surviving outposts have guardian. I can't speak, I'm too tired. You've heard from some surviving outposts that have guardian dragons, or wait, what? That outposts have guardian dragons, or shroud of impenetrable fog. Oh wait, here we go. You've heard from some surviving outposts have guardian dragons, or shroud of impenetrable fog, but none have as perfect a protection as Aaron's keep. I'm pretty sure a dragon is a goddamn good defense. It's as though the songs never ended. Attackers, humans or otherwise, are simply unable to breach the dome. Poisonous miasmas dissipate harmlessly against it. Plagues are kept at bay within the sanctuary. Crops grow without withering. Water runs clean and people can sleep without fear. If such miracles can exist in a world without the voices, surely there's hope for the future. You are now inspired. Approach the gate. As you approach the gate, the portcullis rises to admit a caravan and chaos breaks out. Crowd swells like a rising tide. Refugees push forward, begging for entry, and the guards batter them away with their shields. Merchant wagons barrel through, their drivers using horsewhips to lash stragglers out of the way. Poor. Now, I tried this last time, and, well, it kinda, never, we'll try this one. You don't get far before a guard grabs you by the shoulder and flings you down to churn mud. Not on my watch. He gazes down at you like a fisherman disappointed with his catch. I have coin. I kind of want to restart now because I've already messed up. Should I? Can I? Oh, quick load. Great. Absolutely fantastic. Perfect. Yep. Call for the attention of the guard. Huh? What do you want? He gazes down at you like a fisherman disappointed with his catch. I want to enter the keep. You a citizen? Or got yourself a works permit? No, I don't. Then get out of here, applicant, and stop wasting my time. Applicant. That's the enthusiasm the guards use to refer the desperate hoarders cramping there at the gates. It has a nicer ring, if you suppose, than a refugee. I have useful skills. I'm a blacksmith. Every applicant who comes here begging is a doctor or a master glassmaker or a damned alchemist. You think I was born yesterday? If you're a smith, prove it. I can show you a sword I made. And how am I supposed to know you're telling the truth? I got a sword too. Doesn't make me a smith. Buzz off, little fly. Damn. Head back to your tent. You return to your tent, where your makeshift forge awaits. You're hardly at your best working with such limited materials, but it's all you have for the time being. Won't be long before your cache of steel runs out. Since it seems you're going to be here longer than expected, you should make it a priority to find a merchant in this forsaken place. New day is dawned. New dawn, a new day. Nicely done. You finished the tutorial. From now on, you'll have more action points to spend. You won't be able to complete every commission, so pick out the ones you like the sound of. The game will open up from here. Don't be afraid to explore. Here are a few resources to get started. Okay. What is this? Family heirloom. A sophisticated bronze brooch passed down through your family lineage for untold generations. It's the only thing you have before soldering. You've never been able to translate the inscription around the edge. Jarl. Jarl? Joven. Or Joven. Griswold. May. Alinea. Oh. What am I getting out of this? Leather bag. What's in it? Oh, that could be good. I'm getting that while I'm getting that. I think I gotta go with this one, because it gets me a leather bag. I don't know what it is, but whatever. A nervous looking woman approaches your anvil. I'm not gonna do voices for all of them, I should mention. I'm just not. I don't have a million voices to do for a million people. So I'll just talk to them in a slightly less steepish voice if I can. A nervous looking woman approaches your anvil, constantly glancing over her shoulder. Her movements are quick and jittery, like those of a hunted animal. Someone's been following me lately, out of the latrines, when I go out scavenging for mushrooms. I don't know who. I haven't seen their face. Can you make me something I can draw quickly? But it needs to be long too. Hopefully just the side of it will keep them away. Of course, no furthermore. Thanks, Smith. It's good to have you in the camp. That's a lot of stuff, goddamn. Now, let's see. I just want to get to the middle area. Impact. I want that to be 3. Oh, at least, okay, so it's good then, never mind. I can do a bit better than that. Perfect. Don't think it's long enough. No. Okay, but it's not saying that it's 2. I'm confused. Oh, that's good enough for me. One-handed. Yeah, that's better for it, I suppose. Actually, why don't I just keep that? That does do nothing. What? Oh. That's good. That's... We'll go that. Okay. Oops. Great. Perfect. The blade of Alinea. She takes the weapon with relief. Her eyes are set within deep circles. Oh, wait, what? Her eyes are set within deep circles. As though she hasn't slept for a week. Good. I'll carry this everywhere and sleep with it close to hand. If my second shadow shows himself again, I'll be ready. The Blade of Alina. You've earned a skill point. Open the skill tree to spend it on improvements. Good, okay. Now scaling, okay. Could be good. Advanced swordsmithing. Use a cross section. Oh, wait, what? Okay, that could be good. What about this asymmetrical blades? Allows you to curved blades, engraver, sword part pending. I think this is gonna be good because we can get that then immediately. Besides, we can add on stuff. Yeah, that's just gonna be it. It's no brainer. I think we'll finish this day, and then I'll end the episode. Old man limps up to your end, the worn blade quivering in his quivering hands. Jarl. The sword has seen better days, Smith. Can you help? Oh, one more thing. This. A bag of well-worn leather, clasped tight with drawstrings. Gotta be open to retrieve inside. Oh, okay, I got money. Gee, thanks. So it's seen better days, Smith. Can you help? I can, Jarl. This is a mighty fine blade, if I do say so myself. Oh, I want to be able to make some of this. Can I take your blade? Oh, man. I mean, this is not going to be able to be easy that I can make it, but I'll do my best. Look, that's a regular point. That is so blunt. Could slice butter on it. No, that's a point. That's not a sharp point. That is. Oh. Where's the cross section for it? Oh. Perfect. I'll take that. That's much better. Now let's see. Sharpness, I can do that as well. Yeah, I'll take that, I suppose. But that's not it, though, is it? Yeah, require at least 3. Okay, we'll change the thickness then. The width, I mean. We'll change width. Actually, I think we were supposed to change the thickness, weren't we? Yeah, I'll take that. Is that it then? What if we go to this? Why can't I change that? Can you not change? Okay, I guess you can't change on that. Okay, whatever. The blade, oh, not Vicade, blade of Jarl. He inspects the blade, running his thumb carefully along the edge. Much better. Good work, Smith. Got enough for one more. Yo, Van, again. An old man limps to your handful, a worn blade in his quivering hands. This sword has seen better days. Can you help, Smith? Yes, I can. This is a beaut. And long, dang. And thick. Ah, that thick boy with the terrible, terrible end. That thing couldn't be used to butter bread, let alone a man's guts. Much better. I will change the cross section of it. That's a good narrow point right there. Maybe make it even more. Not sure what I've done. I think I made this more thinner, more narrow. That's okay. That's it. Great. The blade of Yovan. He inspects the blade, running his thumb carefully along the edge. Much better. Good work, Smith. And that's it. End the day. Ooh, we could go. We'll go to the camp. The camp. We'll finish this, then we'll head back to the forge, and then that'll be the end of the video. Outside the walls of Erin Keep, disparate souls gather in makeshift tents, pleading for entry. Probably starving, but introduce yourself to the neighbors. The tents near you are mostly occupied by unfriendly, suspicious folk. They spit on the ground when you approach and ward you off with threatening gestures. Can only imagine what. There's one exception. There's one exception, however. A young woman who actually smiles as you approach, though her eyes are haunted and hollow-set. Glad to see you're feeling better. You were on death's door for a while there. I'm sorry, have we met? Well, no, you weren't exactly conscious. I dragged you to safety after you fell off your horse. So you were the one who nursed me back to health? No, that old woman showed up, told me she was going to look after you. That one? Ugh. I checked in.
I checked in now and then, but she told me you were still recovering. Where is she anyway? I haven't seen her in days.
She was gone by the time I woke up, and I have no idea who she was.
Huh. Deranged. I assume she was a relative of yours. Must have been kind-hearted. So, count your blessings. There are not many of those round this camp. It's nice to see you, please. And good to meet you too. Name's Chev, short for Savannah. But only my mother calls me that, and she's been dead for 10 years.
She's painfully thin and covered in grime, much like everyone else in the camp. She's the first person you've seen smile, though.
What do you imagine goes on in Aaron Keep? I'm starting to forget what civilization used to look like.
I wish. That's better than here, I don't care.
I hear that.
She lapses into silence somewhere in the distance. A scream rings out. Both try to ignore it. Sorry about that. I'm back. Someone came in, but anyway. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do this one. Do you know anyone selling materials I could use for my forge?
I heard someone say that there's a scrap peddler in the Lost City selling all sorts of things. Be careful if you go to the Lost City, though. That place gives me the shivers. Gives me the shivers.
New location has been marked on your map. The Lost City. Say your goodbyes. Before you can leave, Chev grabs your arm. There's a wild desperation in her eyes.
I've been stuck out here for weeks. Not everyone in the camp is as friendly as you. Not sure how much longer I can last. Can you do me a favor? If you get into Aaron Keep for me, find a fellow named Lucas Boreona. He's my uncle. If he knew I was out here, he'd help me, I'm sure of it.
Of course, I'll let him know you're here.
Thank you.
She rubs her eyes.
Look at me, getting my hopes up. Lucas Boreona. Remember that name.
Chev lifts her hand in farewell as you walk away from her tent. Her smile is as fragile as porcelain. Scavenge for food. The tragedy of the Africans' camp is indescribable. So is the smell. There are no sewers out here, and not everyone bothers to go out to the skirts of the Latris. Tucked away from the squalor, you find a pocket where desperation hasn't completely taken hold. Children are playing in the mud. You scrawny chickens peck at the ground, miraculously uneaten. As you pick your way through wary eyes, track your movement. As you pick your way through wary eyes, track your movement from tempt flap, someone calling out to alert their neighbors to the presence of a newcomer. At the center of this little commune, you find yourself a family crouched around a huge cooking pot, shimmering with meat and scrounged vegetables. The little girl tosses a handful of wild herbs into the stew. Your mouth waters. A father and a mother gaggle at children, a grandmother with a face like an ancient apple, even a dog rolling on its back in the dirt, tongue waggling. They're rough-looking sorts, filthy and gaunt, but you're not exactly presentable yourself these days either. As you get closer, the man twitches aside his cloak to reveal a heavy wooden club. His wise hand darts to a dagger in her belt. The dog snarls, hackles raised, and they look at you carefully, waiting your next move. Oh, no way. Introduce yourself. You're the man. Hello there, stranger. Name's Bennett Mountford. This here is my wife, Trianne, and her ma, Guida. I can take you through the names of the nippers too if you like, but I got 'em mixed up myself. The young woman smiles wanly, withdrawing her hand from the dagger's hilt. The old woman just nods, her expression lost in a mass of wrinkles. Children cluster behind their father, peeping at you and giggling. And this mutt's name is Sholdo. He's a good boy. Keeps the vultures away. The word vultures. Bennett's expression darkens. Sholdo sneezes disdainfully. Vultures? Where are we? Is there vultures where we are? Aye, human vultures. He doesn't elaborate further, but his shoulders stiffen. The dog. The dog lifts his lip in a snarl as you approach. The last moment, lowers its head and allows you to scratch behind its ears. Shoto seems to like him. That's good enough for me. Good boy. Shoto tail wags wildly, stirring up a cloud of dust. What's in the pot? It smells incredible. Only smells good. Because from the looks of you... Wait, no, that's not the right voice. It only smells good because, from the looks of you, haven't eaten a proper meal in weeks. Come on, pull up a rug, grab a bowl. It's a hugely generous gesture. Meat out here is as precious as gold, and this man has children to feed. Sit down and enjoy their meal. It's hot, thick, and rich with meat. That's what she said. It's the best thing you've ever tasted, and for the first time in weeks, the hungry belly ceases its howling. Where'd you find all this food? You see the big merchant caravans that come towering through the camp a day? A box of rations fell off the back of one of those. That's some lunk, ain't it? It just fell off on its own accord, did it? Most fortunate, eh? He gives you a theatrical wink, and one of his children giggles and hugs his leg. How long you been camping out here, Bennett? Almost 2 months. Almost 2 months now. Every day I beg the guards to let us through, but they're not interested in the likes of us. They offered us a trade, though. They'll take our nippers in and keep them safe, if Trianne and Guy will go work ourselves death in their minds. But then who will look after old Guy, eh? Yeah. Aye, that's the truth of it. So we're stuck out here for the time being. Don't worry, though. We'll find our way to get ourselves past the gate. Pleasure to meet you, Bennett. I'll see you later. Away from the monitors, the atmosphere. God, I can't. I need another drink. Alright. Away from the monitors, the atmosphere of the camp reasserts itself. Unfriendly glares, distant subbing. You draw your coat close around yourself and hurry back to your tent. Return to your tent. You climb into your bedroll, enjoying the rare feeling of a full belly. You offer a silent thanks to Benemontor and his clan before sleep steals you away. You are now well fed. A new day has dawned. And that's it. We'll save. We'll exit the main menu. And then that's gonna be it. I'm gonna cut the video there because it's been going on for about 55 minutes, give or take. And I've technically been recording for about an hour and a half now because I already did another 40-minute video that got cut because it was just a whole hassle. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy, then let me know if you like this kind of thing. If you want to see me, if you want to see me play more of it, then let me know in the comments below. Because if not, then I might just not play it on the channel. I'll definitely play it, but just not on the channel. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.